If you thought the American economy couldn't get any worse, buckle up because it can. Apparently, our public servants are floating around the idea to decrease Social Security payments by approximately 27% in the next 10 years, so by 2033. And this is a little bit alarming, okay? Because Americans are told we're supposed to pay into the system and this is our retirement. And I know some of you may disagree with me, but I was brought up in a very poor mindset household. Basically, I was taught you invest in a 401k, which again, 401ks are investments. They're not guaranteed to go up. You invest in a 401k and you put money into Social Security, and that's what you live off of when you retire. Okay, well, things have changed since I was growing up. I believe the age to retire was 65 one time, but now it is 67. If you want to get your full Social Security payment, you got to wait till 67. Anything before that, I believe it qualifies you for about 50% or a little bit less. I'm not exactly sure. Neither here nor there. Anyways, the current average Social Security payment in America is $2,484, and the annual amount is $29,806. I don't know about you. I don't know anybody in LA County that is paying less than $2,000 per month for rent. And let's face it, a lot of these brand new homes that are being put up, rents are going to continue to skyrocket. Like, it is absolutely insane. Plus the fact that, BlackRock is buying up all the property in the US. So we have all that going for us, okay? Now, let's talk about inflation. We have inflation. It is not going anywhere. The cost to do everything in America is increasing like crazy. Plus the devaluation of the US dollar, okay? US dollar is not worth what it once was. And I don't think it will ever be because we have a lot of countries ditching it. So what does this mean for Americans? This basically means we're gonna have to figure out other ways to retire, okay? Other ways to retire. No longer can rely on our 401ks, IRAs, and we for sure cannot rely on the public servants to keep their promises, especially with Social Security. And again, I know some of you are gonna argue with me about, relying on Social Security as a way to retire. But the way I grew up and the people I grew up around, that's what they were taught. And I understand it was poor financial education, but wasn't taught in public schools. And when you do come from a poor household, that type of stuff is perpetuated. And I get improving quality of life and self-educating yourself. I'm 100% for that. So that's what I've done. And that's why I'm not relying on Social Security because I don't think it'll be there when I retire. But moral of the story is Americans are going to continue to decline their lifestyles. They're not going to be able to afford rent. They're not going to be able to eat. We're not going to be able to do a lot of these things that we were kind of promised, okay? So where am I going with all this? I personally think they're going to be using this as an excuse to institute a UBI, which I don't necessarily agree with. We're seeing the destruction of capitalism and, again, the destruction of the US dollar. And of course, we're going to integrate a CBDC because people are probably going to get paid more money if they vote and want to use this CBDC. Just my personal opinion on all of this. Give me your guys' thoughts below. But again, one of the things I'm doing to kind of hedge against all this insanity is researching Bitcoin and acquiring Bitcoin. Thank you guys so much for watching. Have a good rest of your day. Bye-bye.